What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Houston Productions video. I'm your host Lucas to bring you a end of the year video. Yes, 2024 is coming to an end, which means I'm here to bring you my top 5 TV shows of 2024. So let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, but before we get started, some things to remember. 1, these shows are not going to be ranked in any particular order. 2, this isn't going to be a full-on review of these TV shows. If you would like a review of these TV shows, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know that you would like to see that. But this is going to be a little bit of a description of the show, and it's going to be why I like the show. And of course, like I said, where to find the show. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Jumping into my first recommendation of TV shows that you absolutely have to see if you missed it in 2024 is Shogun. If you didn't catch Shogun, you can definitely check it out on FX if you have cable, Hulu, any of those streaming pairing services, Disney Plus. I believe you can even buy it off of Amazon Prime and buy the entire season or episode by episode. However, do whatever you have to do to sit down and watch Shogun. If you enjoy samurai, you enjoy power dynamics, you enjoy the political kind of aspect of like Game of Thrones, and you enjoy beautiful, beautiful cinematic imagery and some of the best acting of the year, you definitely need to check out Shogun if you hadn't seen it. I highly, highly recommend you watch this show. It won basically, I'm gonna make up a number. It won 10 awards, for just how great it was this past year, and it definitely deserved every single one of them. So definitely check out Shogun on FX, Hulu, Disney Plus, anywhere you can find it, because it is definitely worth the watch. And moving right into my number 2 recommendation of a TV show that if you missed, you absolutely need to go back and catch on Prime Video is Season 1 of Fallout. Yeah, the video game. A video game adaptation made it onto my top 5 list. That's insane. Who would have thought that would have happened? Now, I know what you're saying. We've had The Last of Us. It seems like we may be finally turning that video game curse. It has yet to really be seen. So we're going to sit on the edge of our seat because The Last of Us Season 2 and Fallout Season 2 are both coming hopefully sooner rather than later. Hopefully there's no delays, and I'm very excited for both. But if you did not see the first season of Fallout on Prime Video, definitely check it out. If you have never played the games and you have no connection to that, I'm sure somebody you know told you about this show at some point this year. Basically, the entire premise is, in the future nuclear apocalypse has occurred. And well, what happens when man has now shifted underground and suddenly now has to get back onto the surface? What is up there? What kind of creatures? What kind of people? Who survived? What is society like now? That's the entire premise of this show. Definitely check it out if you enjoy those apocalyptic vibes. Now, this doesn't have zombies per se or anything like that, but there are creatures. There are a lot of scenarios where things do kind of resemble zombies to an extent, but they're not quite zombies. But if you enjoy those kind of vibes, definitely check out Fallout Season 1, located on Prime Video, or basically wherever you can find it. Definitely check this show out. Alright, moving right into my number 3 TV show. Now, this show hasn't actually ended quite yet, or I don't think. I might be an episode behind. However, this show is fantastic. If you love anything Taylor Sheridan related, you'll definitely like this. And when I say Taylor Sheridan related, I'm talking about Lioness, Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown, Yellowstone, and of course, I am talking about Season 1 of Landman. If you haven't checked out Landman, you definitely need to. Like I said, if you enjoy any of those other TV shows that I have mentioned to you, you'll like this one. It is written, directed some by Taylor Sheridan, created by Taylor Sheridan, produced by his studios. The entire premise is, think about it this way, Yellowstone, but with oil rigs. Same type of conflict, same type of dynamics. It is according to IMDb, a modern day tale of fortune seeking in the world of oil rigs. Billy Bob Thornton leads this cast. It is fantastic. The acting is great, the humor is great, the relationship dynamics are great. You will definitely be entertained if you enjoy Taylor Sheridan. Now, if you're not a fan of any of his work, probably give this one a skip. I, however, have auditioned for this show multiple times in multiple Taylor Sheridan shows. I enjoy his writing, I enjoy his directing, his style of filmmaking. I'm a fan, and I definitely recommend, if you are a fan as well, check out Landman if you haven't done so already. Alright, moving right into my next recommendation. Now, this is a show I'm sure most people actually didn't see, and unfortunately, it's probably because it's in black and white. Now, I'm talking about the miniseries Ripley on Netflix. I love this story. I have always loved the original The Talented Mr. Ripley when I first saw it, whenever I was able to catch it on probably like AMC or cable TV, maybe HBO at some point. I thought it was so engaging and enthralling, and the dynamics between the characters and the dialogue and how interesting the story was just really compelled me, and I was really drawn into it. Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jude Law, all played their characters perfectly. Perfectly. Now, when I heard that Netflix was going to be redoing this story into a miniseries in black and white, I was intrigued. I was intrigued enough to obviously check it out, because like I said, I enjoyed this story already. And I must say, this TV series outdoes the movie. If you enjoyed the movie The Talented Mr. Ripley and that story and that acting and the way that it was shot and told and the acting, whether it be big or small, depending on the character situation, this series does it better. I hate to say it, but it does. Ripley on Netflix is a fantastic TV series that is well worth watching, and if you haven't checked it out, you definitely need to. So, like I said, it's on Netflix. Watch it wherever you can. It is well worth the watch. And finally, rounding out my 5 TV shows that you have to see in case you missed them in 2024 is none other than Presumed Innocent, starring Jake Gyllenhaal on Apple TV+. Now, this is another crime drama, thriller, courtroom, court case, whodunit, what happened, did it really occur, that kind of a thing. And I love that. I will never get tired of that story, as long as it keeps being told in a new, refreshing kind of way. And this show does it. I was very shocked by this show. I was a little more shocked to see Jake Gyllenhaal signing on to do a TV show and do it so well. Because at first, when I heard that news, I thought maybe a cash grab. Is he really going to be committed to it? Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite movie actors, but how is he going to do in long-form storytelling, aka a TV series? And he knocks it out of the park. He is engaging just like normal. He's charismatic just like normal. And he really makes you draw yourself into this story and become invested, and makes you start to question things throughout this series. If you have not checked out Presumed Innocent on Apple TV+, definitely check it out. It is well worth watching. It is, like I said, it's not a terribly long show, and in fact, Apple TV Plus is probably the most underrated streaming platform right now. They have a lot of really good stuff coming. I'll be covering in a future video. I got a top 3 things you need to be watching in January, TV show-wise, coming to Apple TV Plus. Apple TV is just incredible for the value, so definitely get yourself a free trial if you haven't used it before, or if you're a subscriber, definitely watch Presumed Innocent if this one got by you, and you're going to be very impressed and glad you sat down and watched it. And there it is, guys, my top 5 TV shows of 2024. It's been a great year for TV. This whole year, it was the mantra in the industry, survive to 25, and it turned out to be a great year for TV. Not the best year for TV. There have definitely been better years, but a great year nonetheless. If you enjoyed this ranking video, if you want to see more things like this, definitely hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment down below. Let me know, what was your favorite show that you saw this year? Was it a miniseries? Was it a one-off? Or do you prefer movies? Anyways, guys, I'm going to have a top 5, maybe a top 10 movies of the year coming out as well. So definitely subscribe so you can check that out when it comes. But I'm Lucas here at Houston Productions. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.